However, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to play some more Record of Greypine. I got their Danes and Duo. This time we're going to do Bin's route. Let's begin. I still love how it's like a little operating system. Please enter your first name. Ellen. L-Y-N. Ellen. She, her. You're now logged in. Thank you for your using our operating system. But you have no choice. You groan softly, stretching your upper body in exhaustion. After hours of mindless typing and inputting documents into the old OS system, your muscles ache and protest. I'll be fine doing that. You arrive at Greypine. I always think it's like green pine. You arrive at Greypine National Park under the terms of a government placement program, escorted more by paperwork than people. It's far from civilization. Its buildings worn down by winter and time rather than reinforced against the threat. Radios cut in and out. Internet access is limited, unreliable. Some areas have no signal at all. Orientation is brief, procedural, and auto-gel. You're shown where to sleep, where to clock in, and where trails are off limits without explanation. I'd say, technically, because we live in there, do we work? Shouldn't we work 24/7? I mean, that's what firefighters do. It's like when they're there, they're basically on the clock until they get a day off. It's been a week, then another, and somehow you still don't have a proper role or position in the visitor center. Just task handed to whoever doesn't say no fast enough. Not to mention the way you've been sleeping, fitful. Restless, Electra. A great way to start the day. And today marks the 16th anniversary of Greypine country's infamous missing children's case. I swear it's still 3 years. F4 is once again stressed that there's no evidence of foul play, despite renewed public interest. Probably Fred deer, though. You ignore the broken radio. For what feels like 100th time, it's almost too serene. You close your eyes and inhale the scent of pine and aged wood, something that's probably been here longer than you've been like. Boo. Gah! You nearly fall off your chair. Clenching your chest, you jerk your head up, irritation flashing across your face. A small pout settles in as you glare at the culprit. Whoopsie, didn't think you'd be that startled. Staying far too close to is one of your coworkers, Liam Barn, though he calls himself Lenny because it's cuter or something. He's dressed in his casual clothes, sweater threads sticking out everywhere. His bangs scare his eyes, but I know that Mrs. Glint is there, fixed on your misery. Tilting his head a little, he leans in even closer before bursting out laughing. Gosh, you're so adorable with that expression. I should have brought Benny's camera. Even stole it. From this distance, you catch the faint scent of herbs clinging to him. Right. Don't you have work to do other than jump scaring coworkers? Liam hums as if you asked him something incredibly complex. As far as you remember, he's indoor staff, an informant, and occasionally a tour guide. The Greypine rarely gets visitors, so it's not usual for this resident hippie to wander freely without a uniform. Not that he ever wears one anyway. Silly, look at the clock. It's lunchtime unless you want dysmorphia. Really? You wipe your head towards the wall clock, squinting as if it might be lying The mid-hand rests comfortably past noon. You didn't realize how focused you were, wrestling with the ancient computer and all. Oh, so much for just one more file. Your stomach twists, right on cue. Deeply offended at being ignored. See, told ya. He pushes himself off the counter, stretching dramatically. If you keep skipping meals, you're gonna pass out and then I'll get blamed. Tragic. Not to mention, you need energy tonight, vaccine day and all. You know how Captain Gold is. He chuckled at the painfully cringy nickname. Sounds like a supervillain. I think a supervillain's name actually is Captain Gold, so never mind. I doubt that. He complained more about the name than anything. Well, no faith. He grins anyway. Come on, canned food waits for no one. If it's actually good, don't complain when it's free. You should be used to it by now. Then why were you complaining about the canned food and why in a little bit? 1 week isn't enough for me. You shrug and push your chair back, the old leg screeching against the floor. As you stand, the monitor emits a soft beep while shutting down. The file safely saved. Ron, what's taking you so long? Yikes, Lanta's here. William immediately scoots aside, making room for a taller man approaching the counter. I asked you to come for Ellen 10 minutes ago. What on earth were you doing? You strain instinctively at the stern yet oddly calming voice. Ellen Montgomery, the official head of the visitor center, is now in front of you. In his counting uniform, hair uneven from the scruffle, your eyes catching on the 2 white streaks threading through it, matching the pale lashes framing his blue eyes. He's the one who's kind of makes you do the desk job. There's react quicker. I'm already familiar with how this works. He hesitate just long enough for the choice to be made for you. Oh, so you weren't that butthurt about it yet. Oh, I like doing the desk work. Those eyes linger on you, so unreadable, before he finally looks away. Because I like computers. God, save me, Wyatt. Alan crosses his arms unimpressed, clearly immune to the heuristics. We don't have time for this. I still have several topics I want to discuss over lunch. They're porn. Topics? I would explain everything at once. Ooh. Oh, and hair. I thought you wanted to be a social butterfly. Or maybe hogging out YN to yourself. That too. We know it. Watch your words of our previous playthroughs. I'm simply looking after her. There's still training, safety protocols, and several procedures to cover. Blah blah, come on. Let's eat already. William skips off down the hallway, leaving you alone with Alan. Montgomery? Just Alan. Sorry, Alan. He walks away before you can say anything else. This isn't working. A delay just pulses through your upper arm. Familiar, you roll your shoulder absentmindedly. Last week had been long. Thinking about it leaves you feeling strangely lost. You step into the cafeteria, tray in hand, filled with warmed-up canned food, scanning the room out of a habit despite knowing there won't be anyone else. As people are there. In front of you, a long cafeteria table is already occupied. Benjamin Benkins, your roommate, sits slightly hunched over near the edge, fingers loosely wrapped around the plastic cup, long gone gold. His dark brown hair follows messily into his tired, red-rimmed eyes that look like they haven't seen proper sleep in days. Across from him, the Pykirk siblings are locked in their usual exchange. Pamela leans heavily onto the table, cheeks pressed against the surface. Dark red violet hair slipping over her shoulders of her purple turtleneck and ranger uniform. She just matches. There's sharpness to her posture to make her eyes track her little brother already prepared to strike back with a remark if he stepped out of line. Solar Sunny, meanwhile, looks entirely unbarred. Suntan skin, blonde hair pulled back, just enough to reveal the dark, burned scar crawling around the right side of his face. His eyes don't settle on a single color, brown near the lip, then faded into green blue. I could never quite decide what I wanted to do. I think he got some of the whoever's mutating the animals in there. A small beard frames his face as he sighs in exaggerated exhaustion. I can't believe it took me almost 2 weeks to get that stupid video player working again. My skill must have gone rusty or something. At least we could get the newbie to watch the proper training tape. You make it sound like it's that for him. Didn't we learn that the hard way? You learned it the hard way. I don't want to be informed about how you got your cool scar again, thank you. What about Ben? He never complained. Yeah, because he wasn't annoying. It didn't make it his star personality. He never brings it up unless you start it. I just share facts when it's relevant. I'm not interested enough to brag about anything anyway. Wait, got him. You haven't noticed Alan lingering right behind you. Tray already filled, just standing there longer than necessary, like he's been waiting for something to line up before moving. Or that he's literally waiting for you to pick up the seat. 6 people in total. It's quieter than anyone would expect. No background chatter, no TV noise, just the hum of old appliances. Wow, still depressing. Love that for us. Keep the energy. Wim casually joins Ben's side, picking at the brunette's food before fake gagging at, earning a pout from Ben and a chuckle from Pamela. A bit more and I'll think we're in one of those horror TV shows or something, judging by the canned food. Man, bro, don't jinx it. And technically could be. We do have a fretted deer. Everyone looks so sudden and settled. Your expression quickly caught up by the cunning pacifist. He chuckles before waving you over with excitement, as if he didn't see you a few minutes ago. Come sit. We don't bite. Speak for yourself. Only emotionally. You decide to. Sit next to Liam. You sit beside Liam. He beams like he's just won something. He immediately leans closer, whispering in your ear. Knew he liked me. He was so close you briefly worry he might actually bite your ear. Oh wow, is this a workplace romance already? We're going for Ben though. Hey, what? I'm just stating facts. Very corny. Why? Want one? An unoppressed glare sent his way, making him back off with a grin. Don't look so emotionally constipated. Alan only averts his gaze before properly sitting down at the table beside Pamela. Though no matter where you sit, tension still coils in your shoulders. You should have warmed up to them by now, but somehow you haven't. You always start digging into your food, poking at it more than naturally eating. Your thoughts race, trying to find a way to slide naturally into their conversation. This food sucks. I hate canned food. Beggars can't be choosers. I'm just as close to foraging random stuff outside. Didn't you say canned food waits for no one? Like you liked it? If you dare, go ahead, I'll prepare the coffin. I will eat everything that's left. Good, 0 waste. Plus, we'll get the hog the new supplies next delivery while you crying over canned corn. Figures. You want to say something, anything, but your inner voice is already listening to every possible way you embarrass yourself. Thankfully, Alan clears his throat. May I have everyone's attention? The sound alone is enough to snap everyone's attention back into place. You lift your gaze from your tray, Alan's expression serious, eyes sharp as they sweep across the table before briefly setting on you. I know we already went through a lot this morning. Clearing trails, checking damage from yesterday's storm. But we have two main problems. First, the radio towers. One of them appears to have been cut an hour or two ago. Even if the main tower is still standing, the relay may be fried. And even if the relay is fine, the main tower could have lost alignment. There's two radio towers? William shifts in the seat, reeling forward before Alan can respond. Yeah, main tower northwest. Relay tower for northeast. Those things are older than a turtle. Probably not. A turtle can live up to 150 years old. That we know of. If one goes down, the other usually follows. Normally, sea turtles at least. Normally, Alan and Sunny handle it, but after a storm like that, yeah, I can see why they need some company. They want company. Alan clears his throat louder this time. Thank you for the interruption, Braun. Very informative. Love the Sass King. Then I'll join you, little brother. Could have been anyone, but oh well. Shh. Next is Alyssa's Benkins. You requested assistance? Yeah. I tried to clean up and recover what I could, but yesterday's storm was very sudden and harsh. It's kind of trashed the whole garden. I think we need to start from scratch. Sounds like a job. Before Alan can respond, a voice cuts through the room. It echoes faintly from the direction of the front hall. Hello, is anyone here? Hello? Honey, maybe they're busy. Don't shout. Oh, right, sorry. Well, aren't I lucky today? Sorry, Benny. Looks like I'm getting company at the worst possible time. Might need something to hand too. Who knows? Maybe it's a tourist group. Right after a storm, that's odd. Hopefully they know camping is allowed. Then here's how we'll handle this. I'll head to the radio tower with the pikers. That takes priority. Have to listen to you again. Benkins, continue salvaging what samples you can. We'll inform the state about the delay in sending the samples after the tower's fixed. Okay. Barn, you're not skipping this. And you, Ellen, you will not be idle. Durham goes quiet. They wait for you to choose first. And you decide to? You decide to help Ben. You never really wanted to go into the wild, much less deep into the unclear path, since it's barely been being maintained with the current staff and cost cuts. Not to mention how damp it would be. And honestly, you barely feel like you fit in here at all. With your current social skills, you might as well be a museum decoration. So maybe spending time to get to know more about your roommate and finally step into some new territory. Doesn't sound bad at all compared to the other choices. I'll go with Ben, if that's okay. Ben blinks, like he hadn't expected it from you. Oh, thank you. I thought you wouldn't be interested in planting samples in labs. It's nice to see or try something new. You glance at Alan, searching his expression for some sign of approval, or maybe assurance about your decision. He seems a bit disappointed. It's quite hard to tell with his face barely moving at all. Don't worry, Alan, we've done your route before. He's probably worried about how you still will mess up somewhere if you were to go with him. Good, stay inside. Time for me to shine, baby. This is usually the part where something goes wrong. Shh. We better hurry before we miss anything from the radio or phone calls. And unannounced visitors. Ugh. He's still complaining despite doing the bare minimum. He always complains. William sticks his tongue out before skipping out of there to welcome the guest. Well, Ben always scoots closer to you. As I thought I would get to spend time with YN. You already did in your own route, But before both of you could leave, Sunny turns back to you. Oh, by the way, the VHS player in the back felt fixed. You can finally do their mandatory training. You blink. How come you have just been told about this? Training? You mean you weren't even informed of a thing before being employed here anyway? Guess this kinda makes sense. Normally it's first day. You're supposed to watch a tape even if you learned a thing or two from their mouths. You were supposed to watch them during your first week. The player wasn't functional until now. I'm honestly at that. Now do you wonder if they were informed of your employment at all? Benkins, you should bring her to watch the tapes. We are heading out now. I'm counting on you. Of course, follow me. Right, be careful out there. Be careful, you three. Sunny gives you a thumbs up while Pamela heads towards the supply lockers to venture into the forest. Don't worry, we'll survived worse. Don't you dare monologue about your scar again. Eleanor gives you a small nod before quickly walking away in a hurry. Of course.
Welcome to the Greypine National Park training video. In this tape, we will be introducing the various types of fauna that may be encountered within park boundaries. Presentation and reporting these entities will be collectively referred to as derivatives. A classification first, established in 1981. Derivatives are organisms or occurrences that originate from a known biological or environmental baseline, but have since diverged in form, function, or behavior. The cause of derivation remains unconfirmed and is currently under active research. If you encounter a suspected derivative outside of your assigned role or clearance level, contact Park Control immediately. Do not attempt independent handling or documentation. All derivatives are organized into 3 primary categories as well as 3 danger levels. All staff assigned to a Greypine National Park are required to receive the derivative exposure vaccine, DEV, prior to field deployment. The DEV is designed to reduce neurological side effects following derivative exposure, suppress abnormal sensory interference, delay onset of derivative-induced paranoia and hallucinations. The vaccine does not prevent The vaccine does not guarantee immunity. 1 initial injection upon assignment, followed by weekly injections for four consecutive weeks. Then booster shots are required every 6 months or immediately following confirmed exposure. Report immediately if you experience Derivative plants are flora that exhibit altered physical structures and biological functions when compared to their baseline counterparts. 1 documented example is berries, a known derivative of the raspberry baseline. Berries closely resemble edible berries in color, size, and growth pattern. However, they are extremely toxic to humans and non-derivative animals. Consumption may result in hallucinations, acute paranoia, loss of spatial awareness, progressive organ failure. In high quantities, ingestion will result in death. Precautions. Derivative animals exhibit significant alterations in anatomy, cognition, and social behavior. 1 documented example is the canopin, also referred to as the caniher. Canopins are solitary organisms. Unlike their baseline species, they display cannibalistic feeding behavior, consuming members of their own kind upon detection. Notable traits: fully developed, sharp dentition consistent with predatory species, abnormally wide jaw structure, complete absence of ocular organs. Despite these traits, cannibals demonstrate effective navigation and hunting behavior through enhanced auditory perception. While aggressive toward their own species, cannibals show no documented hostility toward humans. They retain their baseline dietary habits until encountering their own kind, at which point derivative behavior overrides prior patterns. Similar derivative variants have been observed originating from typically docile baselines, including raccoons, beavers. In controlled conditions, select individuals have been successfully kept as companions. Restrictions and handling guidelines. Do not introduce cannibals to other cannibals under any circumstances. Injured individuals must be isolated immediately. Removal from park boundaries requires authorization and documentation. Do not encourage imprinting behavior unless relocation protocols are active. Derivative phenomena.
That scares the crap out of me. You pick up the tape that's been half pushed out of the player, but instinct kicks in. The moment you spot tiny black dots crawling across the plastic, you recall and toss it back into the box you got it from. What the heck are these? Ben squints, laying closer without touching it. Chewers. They alive, live off magnetic tape and in paper too. Strange little things. Looks like they've been at it for a while. Then, why did it look fine when we put it in? Ben paused, his eyes flickering briefly at the VHS player. They don't show up right away. Chewers usually stay dormant until the tape warms up or starts moving. Once the player runs long enough, they wake up. He glances down at the discarded cassette. So it's probably looked normal at first, when he's usually the one in charge of cleaning. I doubt he would. Yeah. The presence of the mites is proof enough, apparently. So, any way to cover them? We usually shouldn't touch anything else yet. Why? Because if any one tape is affected, the rest might be too. Chewers spread fast once they're disturbed. Ben notices attention creeping into your expression. Awkwardly, he reaches out and gives your shoulder a few light pats. It's okay. You can ask me, you know. I just don't want to be a burden. Ben shakes his head quickly. Don't think like that. You're new, and this place is a lot. It's only been, a week or two? So, lay on me. Or us. Something in his words eases a tight knot in your chest. Warmth spreads through you, quiet but real. That means a lot. Thank you. Helping Ben carry boxes of supplies and equipment, you follow a short dirt path that leads you to a medium-sized plot of garden beds next to the building. The soil is dark and soggy, footprints still stamped into the mud from yesterday's storm. Ben stakes, torn netting, and scattered labels tell a quiet story of destruction. Still, you can't help but think this place needs more hands. How does a researcher and a clerk end up knee-deep in dirt and strange plants? Surely this program is for trouble people, right? And there are so many of them. The thoughts linger longer than you expect. Though that makes you wonder, are they trouble people? I don't think he looks troubled. Alan on their hand. Very troubled. Or is it just you? from more previous walkthroughs we know. Playthroughs. Have you been here yet? You look over him and shake my head. Without his scarf, Ben looks different. What's closed off, which he had put it away so it wouldn't get dirty or caught on something. No, I haven't. What are all these messes? I'll try to salvage what's left after the storm, but there's too much to do. I could tell. Even the fences are tilted. Normally, Sonny would handle this, but the three of them are repairing the other watchtower this morning. It's still not done either. We kind of just don't do whatever's needed for the day. I've been working on this since morning too. It's been feels like no progress at all. You want to ask why I didn't ask for your help earlier? Ask Ben. Why do you ask me earlier? I thought you'd be busy already with the files that Alan signed you. And this is just guarding stuff. I thought I could do it alone without bothering anyone. He scratched the back of his neck, avoiding your eyes. I didn't want to pull you into something like this if you didn't have to. You could have just asked. For a moment, he looks like he wants to say something else, but he didn't. So, are you planning, are we playing gardener for now? Yeah, first gloves. He followed his lead, pulling up a pair of worn gardening gloves from a nearby crate and pulling them on. He glanced at his hands. Your curiosity spikes as you expected to see what's under his gloved hand. Curiosity gained the better of you. You were hoping for him to take his gloves off, because unlike Pamela, who normally wears gloves for work purposes, he never wears one side. He only wears one side. I went for him to slip the gardening gloves over the furs, covering them completely. Then we checked the labels, see which ones are still readable. You crouched near the closest bed. Most of the plant's markers are smeared beyond recognition, ink splendid into pale ghosts of words. These are washed out. If we can't read it, we don't guess. We let it slide. Your hands move without much thought, brushing soil away until your fingers pause. Nestled in the dirt is a bruised flower, petals bent, stem crooked. Odd looking, but still beautiful in a way, like it refused to give up. What's this? That's Morningstar. Why didn't someone nickname us Morningstar, Alan? It's supposed to look like a flower. It might be too bruised, though. If you smell it before the bed, it can make you sleep like a rock. Better replant it. It's Alan's favorite. That's why he nicknamed us Morningstar. I thought it was because it reminded him of Lucifer. Or Charlie. Alan's favorite. Didn't take him as a flower kind of person. You'd be surprised how gentle he actually is. He just has trouble expressing himself. It surprised me then. He does flower arrangements. The ones on the front desk, that's his. Wait, really? It looks so store-bought. Like a flake plant. He's that good. You carefully set the borrowed flower aside before moving on. Another plant catches your attention. The soil here is darker. Torn leaves glistening unnaturally. Their texture reminded you of ginger, except for the strange circular markings scattered across them. They almost look like eyes. I think this was the one that we saw on the train video. You feel a chill crawl up your spine the longer you stare. And this one? Ben's smile fades just a little. No, Root. That sounds bad. It's not. I just had a bad experience with it. Fresh sap disrupts the nervous system. In normal people, it causes anything from muscle lockup to full paralyze. After proper extraction, it's one of the grains used for the vaccine we take. Real small amounts drop size. Any more than that can increase severity, if I remember correctly. The vaccine forces our bodies to recognize the compound early before it reaches the nerves. At worst, it makes us drowsy. A sedative, nothing more. This one can still be we're planning. It was water. He can't notice how animated he became until now. His voice is steadier, his eyes brighter. It's kind of adorable. Then you realize you're staring. Ben notices too. He looks away almost instinctively, reaching for his scarf, then freezing. When he remembers it's not there because he literally put it away himself. Sorry, didn't mean to stare. No, it's okay. I've never been good with eye contact. Anyway, let's get more boxes. Alright? He watches back retreat down the path. He seems livelier out here. Maybe this is what you both need, something simple, something shared. You didn't hear him return at first. You're doing it wrong. Huh? He's closer than you expected. Standing just behind your shoulder, a box tucked under his arm. He reaches past you, fingers brushing yours as he gently adjusts his stem. Despite the thickness of the gloves, they don't seem to act like an instructor that stops a spark, and a conductor that stops the spark from the brief contact you had. You have to angle it just like this, so the roots don't drop. Only then does he realize how close he is. I'll get more boxes. You're pretty sure there are already more than enough boxes. I'm not good at this. But he's gone before you could stop him. He returned to work, pulling out plants that looked too far gone before moving to another section. A small bulb catches your attention. The sweet scent drizzles from it, soft, almost inviting. It's trying to invite us. Run! He leaned closer without thinking. Don't smell it too much. Ben rushes back towards you, face flushed, arms overloaded with boxes. One slipped from his grip, thumping into the soil and scattering dirt across his boots. Sorry, He crashes quickly, setting everything down. Then, with the back of his glove, he gently nudges your hand away from the bulb, almost protective. Smelling it fresh can cause hallucinations. But if you pluck at the bulbs, they're ferment fast. The fumes work kind of like alcohol. Pamela figured it out. Oh, this is what she gives us for alcohol. She uses it as a DIY alcohol. We only use it for celebrations. Elaine and I have never tried it, though. That feels illegal. Well, no one would know. It's just us. And the vaccine covers everything, right? I didn't know you were a rule breaker. I'm not. He feels a little. Words tripping over each other. He couldn't help but chuckle a little. I mean, I follow rules, I do, usually. He clears his throat, avoiding your gaze. It's more like selective compliance. For morale. He crouches down beside you under the pretense of checking the soil, knees brushing the edges of the garden bed. Close enough that he can feel the warmth through your sleeves. He shudders and nearly touches yours. So cute. Besides, if we don't bend things a little, people will break. Everyone really depends on that vaccine. I can focus on removing the bruised or drowned ones. I'll follow up by replanting. You nod, following his lead. Silence settles between you. Not awkward, just full. The soft parts of the soil, the careful placement of tags, and then the quiet rhythm of shared work. Not wanting to waste this chance to talk you, asked Ben about. Ask him about deliver plants. Well, I do wish I could tell you more about it. Trust me, it's not a lot more different than what normal people would know about it. Look on the bright side. I know we can finish planting the free for today, which is faster than me doing it alone. Are you scared another storm might hit? Okay, now they mention it. Ben's expression shifts as he starts contemplating it. I mean, what are the odds, right? Ben lets out a small, uncertain laugh. Even the unluckiest person wouldn't get hit twice in a week. Oh, they would. He raised a brow at that. That doesn't really sound convincing. Exhales through his nose. Okay, hypothetically, yeah, it could happen. You glance towards the cloudy sky anyway. I still don't really get why we're planning these out here in the first place. If they're that important, wouldn't the state have more scared lab? Like underground, restricted access, scary white hallways kind of thing. I initially thought so too, but they probably need sunlight. But dwarves don't thrive just anywhere. They need Pacific soil conditions, Pacific air density, temperature variance. Something about the park made it viable. They tried controlled environments before, didn't work. So this place is the only one that works? As far as we know. After this fully grown, we send them back to the main lab when the spider comes. It's really a particular place. If it's that boring, why are there so few people here? Minimum staffing reduces liability. That, and I mean fewer people, I suppose, means fewer reports to file. If something reacts badly, it's easier to call an environmental anomaly than admit it was a breach. Besides, I think you know how the county is. Bring in more staff would expose how underfunded and outdated the place really is. They just keep rotating us in different areas, so no outsider can get here much. It's up to you, though. I would think you are special, and by chance we all met. I think it's better to think in that way. He's oddly really optimistic. Asked Ben about himself. He went stiff, tense. He stared at you, wide-eyed. It looks like a deer in headlights, or a fetid deer in headlights, as if he had triggered something else inside his head. But before he could apologize, he muttered out first. I guess I never thought about telling you that despite being your roommate, it's more of I don't want to remember it. I'm sorry. It's okay, Ben. I don't want to force you out to say anything that's that detailed. Just want to know about what you like or don't. Something trivial. Ben immediately relaxed at hearing that. The tension in his shoulders gone instantly. Well, listening to the radio does bring me joy. It's like catching up with the outside world. Even taking photos helps. Even though the camera keeps missing. Yeah, Liam. Now that you mention it, we are really far away from civilization. It does get isolated. Though we do get breaks once in a blue moon. Like once in a blue moon, literally. What do you spend on? In the lab. He must be a workaholic, noted. But what makes him come here, I wonder? He doesn't look like a troubled person like me. Asked Ben about Liam. Lenny? Ben ponders for a second, gathering the right words to describe the hippie. He's really good at making people comfortable. Or uncomfortable, depending on what he wants. Just what he wants. I just noticed the little... Oh, he has a little heart on there. Nice. Charismatic, charming, you name it. That's why he's the guide. I will say there is a glitch right here with the eye. Though. With the red dot. even if he mostly doesn't do anything around here. He brings a lot of color into the place, along with the siblings, especially for teasing me and Alan. He really does enjoy our reactions. My reaction mostly, since Alan always has that expression apparently. You don't sound annoyed. I don't think it's annoying at all. Most of the time, it makes me smile. But sometimes it's unnerving, like, it's just some people feel the silence because they hate it. And some people do it because they're listening. I can't tell which one he is. Unpredictable might be the word. Ask Ben about the Pikers. They're like my older siblings too. At this point, they used to baby me all the time. Pamela still does, honestly. I think that's just her nature. She pretends she's just nagging, but she always checks if I've eaten. And Sonny, he teases me a lot. Mostly just hides my coffee. But that's his way of showing he doesn't want me to overwork myself. A type of guy who would pick you up effortlessly and drop you on the bed to force you to rest. You feel like that's definitely happened. And it's too oddly specific. I'm really bad at asking for help. So I think they decide for me. Decide for him. They are great people, even if they come off as rude and obnoxious and mean sometimes. They've been through heck and back. And I think once you've gone through something like that, tell me about a scar. You don't really stop looking out for each other, even if I'm still a bit salty over the coffee. Ask Ben about the scar. Alan. He's a very admirable person. Strong, confident, multi-talented, and deeply cares for his friends, even if he doesn't seem like it. Sometimes I wonder why he would want to work here, or even be here. You don't know? He might look so close, but yet so far. It's like he's currently cutting everyone off in a way, but referring to us by our last names. Or that's how he was raised. He would do the same to the siblings if I could. Though ironically, he wants to be called by first names. That's what I have gone from him, but I can't say he's saying instead. Ben sighed quietly, rubbing his arm. It's a habit of his when he's nervous. Oh yeah, we call him Alan, but he calls us by our last name. I get him, I do. Keeping distance is rather easy. Ben looks like he really resonated with Alan's actions. You wish you could comfort this nervous man here, but you are also a scaredy cat, too, when socializing like this. And I do believe he's trying. He is, been getting more, talkative when you arrived. I'm not sure how to put it. But I'm glad you're here. It went silent for a beat. Too long before Ben quickly hid his face by turning away. I'm glad you made a positive impact on him by being here. Yeah, define positive. And on everyone. Maybe one day he'll be comfortable enough to call us by our names, like voluntarily. We all have different coping mechanisms after all. Sorry, I shouldn't be really saying that, should I? No, it's fine. I just thought I was being a burden rather than anything. So I'm glad you said that. You're not a burden. Not to me, at least. The time flew up so fast. It's like your body entered the flow because when you notice it again, half of this big bed you are working on is already cleared up. And it looks like it's getting night. Not to mention you're quite fond of the new label you made for each section. You woke up and see Ben digitally managing the plant back up. Most of the plants too. He pauses when he finally feels your gaze on him. his hand still lingering inside the box, with the sampling of morning stars. You give him a thumbs up, a small sweet almost dripping into your eyes as he shyly gives them a thumbs up. You're starting to feel emergency now. Your heart races, slamming so hard it feels like it's trying to claw its way out of your chest. Your feet barely touch the floor as you run. You barely match the pounding of your own footsteps, the frantic voices ahead. The way the air feels too thin and sharp in your lungs. You never heard that in Alan's voice. You didn't realize you were holding your breath until it forced itself out in a sharp gasp. Your hands feel numb, fingers tingling like they don't belong to you anymore. Holy cow. I'll get water and clink off. Lenny, you should go get the med kit. Roger. As you turn around the sharp corner, your eyes finally focus on Liam and Ben, and both of them splint out in different directions, seemingly to go get the supplies needed. Then Pamela. Pamela's still on the bench, back against the table. Her hand is pressed to her face. Blood seeps between her fingers. Clean, thin cuts rake across her left cheek and temple, angry red lines carved too precisely to be accidental. She laughs weakly. She seems to hide the panic behind that face. Hey, newbie. Guess I think I lost my goal here. Pamela, I will get... We got the scan results back. Is it serious? Her bones are thinner than they should be for her age. Not broken yet, but it's getting close, if nothing changes. Has she been unable to stand or walk much the past while? Remember walking down the hallway once, without thinking about it. It didn't hurt. I can... Stay still, sweetheart. Don't fidget, it's alright. Muscle tone is underdeveloped. There's a noticeable opatophy in the quadriceps. Pain response spikes when the weight is applied. They fatigue easily. Okay, that might be true because of asthma. I think I have an asthma attack. Sometimes they can't stand for long. Can you feel your legs right now? Be honest, it's going to be okay. I can't feel my legs, doctor. Please help me. Remember, just say what we practiced. You don't want to confuse them, okay? Then Mama and Papa will get to be with you forever. I don't want to listen to Mama and Papa right here. Remember sitting in a wheelchair, a podium in front of you. Your feet don't quite touch the floor. They feel numb. Do you feel safe at home? You look back. Yes, I'm safe. No, we weren't. A gentle touch on your wrist brings you back. Pamela, even in this state, is the one grounding you. Instantly glance down at your legs, touching them in public. In panic. They're fine. Hey, it's okay. I'm okay. Look again. And when you do, both of them were already bandaged. No stain of blood left on the energies. Sonny is getting lectured by Alan. To the side are Ben and Liam. They both seem to be talking about something serious. Honestly, you look worse than us. Pamela gives you a water bottle. To you instead of drinking it. Her water bottle to us. You take it. Your hand was shaking as it felt afraid of being scolded. Nothing more with blood? That must be it. You are okay with helping the bunny. Which... we did not help the bunny in this route. We were too busy with, Ben, and that's Liam's route. So why aren't you okay now? You shake your head, feeling the weight of her gaze. I just don't know what to do when I see my friends hurt. And yeah, I didn't. This is Ben's route. feel helpless, I think. Oh, hey, are you blaming yourself now? Well, yeah. I stood there like an idiot while everyone just managed everything so quickly. You freeze the bottle unconsciously, but enough for her to notice. I didn't do anything. She watches your hands, your breathing, the way your shoulders are locked, like you're bracing for impact. You aren't freezing. You look up at her. Her eyebrows were furrowed. Yeah, there it is. You were dissociating, Ryan. I've seen that look before. Kids get it a lot. I used to be a nurse before, remember? A children's nurse at that. She gently nudges the bottle towards your mouth. Drink. You don't need a reason. Being here is enough of one, okay? You stare at the bottle in your hand before twisting open. Take a sip. You let the cold water slowly rehydrate your dry throat. Following, you feel almost at ease again. What about you? It looks so deep. Can you even still see? For now, not really. Haven't opened it since the attack. But I will be fine. Heal in no time. I promise you. I've seen worse on playground incidents. But those look so... Your words trail off as something louder cuts through them. You both look up, hearing the abnormal level of anger from the usually calm man. You almost flinch at the tone of voice. Everything and everyone seems to go silent in unison, but not long after, Alan stepped out of the corridor with the unusual heavy footsteps, almost like stomping out there to go out to the outside. I said you're done. Across the room, Sonny has pushed himself halfway up from the bench, his pride clearly outweighing common sense. Alan standing in front of him, posture rigged, shoulders squared. Oh, this is not a playground, sulking pikers. If you are still goofing around like a liability who can't tell when to stop, you can leave. Especially when you are being a bad example to Ellen. I wasn't really paying attention to what he was doing. I need some time to go off. You don't know why, but the silence that filled the room now is unnerving. And you really ought to go follow after him now. Damn, what did you say? Sonny crosses his arms and walks away, scolding. There's something defensive in the set of his jaw with a flicker of guilt, quickly buried beneath the stubbornness. He's just a dramatic butt. Dude, can any of you go after him? He's probably at the porch. And tell him I'll do it again. I don't think that would help your case. He says it with a little too much bravo, like he needed you to know he's not going to budge. Meh, you stole me from him the last time. No for me. Ben, meanwhile, just turns his head away in quiet, almost immediate rejection of the idea. You go pierce saliva nervously. The part of you that wants to go because you care, and the part of you that resents being quietly volunteered as a bridge between the two people who can't even meet in the middle. You look like you really want to go after him. Do it. Believe me, he would appreciate your presence more than any of us right now. Man, I'm bad at this. Go after him. He's probably at the porch. And tell him that I'll do it again. It's like, yeah, you just told me that. Well, it isn't that convenient. You expected to go after him. Now you don't know even more. Now that you don't know even more, if you're going to do it out of your heart or because he's asking. He meant to say he physically can't apologize. Yeah, that apologize, or whatever. He scratched the back of his neck, gaze darting away again. Pride wearing visibly from something softer. I'm not saying I was wrong. I'm just saying he looked like he was about to implode. Don't let him think I was being reckless. You were being reckless to him. I knew what I was aiming at. Of course I do. The door closes softly behind you, the sound muffled by the hush of the night. The air outside is crisp, carrying the faint scent of rain-soaked earth and pine from earlier in the day. Alan stands near the wooden railing, one hand gripping the wood, the other rested under his chin. You wonder what it would be like to reach out, to rest your hand over his and share in the weight he's carrying, even if it's just for a moment. He only exhales, still not looking at you. Say it. Whatever you're about to say. You say. So, to get the campfire, we do have to do. You did the right thing. I do think I'm doing the right thing, non-egotistical kind of way, too. I calculate the outcomes, risk consequences. If I let things slide, then someone will get hurt. Even if I intervene, then someone gets upset. I could deal with being disliked, but what I can't deal with is being irresponsible. But sometimes I wonder if the delivery ruins an intention. If the way I say things makes them heavier than they need to be. My face doesn't respond the way it should. What do you mean? Expressions, they don't come naturally. I think them, I feel them, but they don't show. I've been told I look angry, or bored, or like I judging people. Most of the time, I'm not. It's frustrating when people assume you don't care because your face doesn't cooperate. Does it bother you? More than it should. You study him, the tension around his eyes, the way his brow softens when he looks at you. That's strange. What is? Because you're not stiff right now. I'm not. You shake your head, a small smile tugging at your lips. Your eyes soften when you talk, and just now, you frowned a little. It goes very still. I didn't mean to. You don't have to mean to. The silence stretches between you, but it seems to be the most comfortable one ever. Alan looks away again, but this time his ears are red. It happens sometimes. When you're around, I don't know why. My body just stopped being on guard. If I look different around you, it's not because I'm trying, it's because I forgot to. Then I'm glad I'm here. For a moment, the tension eases. Your shared silence, thick with things unspoken, but understood. You weren't sure if your words had helped, but you hoped they did. Though Pamela's voice slices through the tension, a brittle shiftiness, stretching too thin. Okay, that's enough of that. You two done with the therapy session yet? We're not ending today like this. She watches both of you, shoulders firmly, Liam bound up beside her. He's already smiling, eager to move on. I'm proposing a bonfire. It's Wyan's welcome takeaway. A bit late, but we're doing it properly this time. So what you say, boss? Alan glares at them. It's quite not the smartest idea to do this actively right after an attack. But it's calm enough to consider it. You can almost hear his listing everything that could go wrong. Yet Alan nods, lying in their heavy sigh, earning cheers from the trio, and a small knowing headache from Ben. Like he stopped trying to reign the three of them in a long time ago. But we'll keep it contained. Are you sure? Are you guys sure? I mean, I'm fine with both having it or not. We sis, dummy. It's not for us, isn't it? Right, you feel a bit selfish right now. Selfish now, thinking about it. So maybe it's fine, after all, if Alan says so. I knew it, Alice. I promise I won't act reckless anymore. Thank you for the night. I would have believed you if you haven't been saying that every time you did something too reckless. Stupid's fine. Hey, don't start the fire with a fight, okay? Damn it. I feel bad already, gee. The bonfire comes together faster than expected. Sunny handles the wood like it's second nature. Pamela organizes seating, firm and efficient, assigning places with authority no one questions. And someone produces potatoes from a crate that definitely wasn't labeled for moral purposes. morale purposes. When the fire finally catches, it crackles loudly and brightly, sparks lifting into the darkening sky. For the first time since the attack, the cold in your chest loosens. Everything seems to go back to the way it was. Well, look at us. Near-death experiences at noon. Camp counselors by night. Character development. Churn the potatoes before I churn you. Ben sits close enough to the warmth that his glasses fog slightly. He keeps glancing towards the tree line out of habit. Statistically speaking, communal fires reduce stress hormones by... Benny? Oh, no, numbers, yeah. I want to hear them. You find yourself watching the flames, recalling everything that happened today. It was eventful for you, and also different. The attack earlier feels distant, unreal, like something that happened to you in their version of you. It did. Everyone's out because we weren't there. The firelight paints everyone golden shadowed. The forest beyond remains dark, but less suffocating. The fire cracks low, steady. Someone, probably Sunny, overestimated the kindling and underestimated the smoke. You sit between Ben and Liam. Snooze is dozing on Liam's lap. Snooze didn't exist. I swear I'm not doing his route. And plus I called him Gojo. Twitching one ear every time the fire pops. So Nibi, verdict on today? Well, I'm still alive. Well, getting the bar really low, I see. I mean, that's Greypine benchmark. Don't knock it. I'll say it's a good thing you didn't come with us, gee. Anyway, what did you do? Ben showed me the garden. Oh, Benkin's giving the grand tour? That promotion tier hospitality. You should feel honored. I didn't. I mean, it's not... Stop teasing me. Alright, enough, Sunny. So, learn anything new? Morningstar smells like sleep. Accurate. Lilu is in the vaccine. Niller is in the vaccine. Alan's gaze flickers to you, brief, then back to the fire. And for Sage, it's apparently how Pamela makes alcohol? Ben. Wow, he folded it under a second. That's a new record. I'm sorry, Pamela. It's easier to explain it like that. Don't apologize, you snitch. Just sit with what you've done. Ben pulls his scarf up over the bottom of his face. You're pretty sure he's smiling under it. Wait. Going back. You touched the Morningstar bulb? Well, I must have smelled it. Ben stopped me just in time. Benny, a hero. I'd have let you do it. Why am I not surprised? As we aren't. Comical potential, Lian. You have called me a giant pumpkin or something. You have called me a giant pumpkin or something? That's actually a document hallucination. Benny, read the room. Sorry. Ellen, did you have your gloves on? Yeah, I was wearing them the whole time. He nods once, almost impeccable, but lands somewhere in your chest, like approval. Okay, but real talk. First impressions. Who's your favorite so far? Sunny, newbie, only knew us for a week. Exactly, Alan. So far, and Ben. Exactly, snapshot, judgment, most honest kind. Actually, like all three. Come on, why and be brave. Just say it's me. You don't have to answer that. William's mostly teasing. Alan says nothing. He's not looking at you. The angle of his head suggests he is, very precisely, not looking at you. He went quiet for a bit. He really thought about who you like. Though you end up not saying anything. Boo! We'll workshop your silent answer later. We will not. No, we will. Snooze sneezes. Everyone goes quiet for Zach 1 second. It takes to collectively decide. That was adorable. So, technically our, Cannabis named Snooze. It's nice. Having someone new around the fire. It's been a while since this many of us sat down at the same time. Pamela doesn't respond out loud. She just leans back, eyes on the sparks, and lets the silence grate for her. Sunny pokes the fire with a stick, doesn't say anything either, which, for Sunny, is its own kind of answer. It's good work, Alan. And then he goes quiet again, like he's already said too much. Ben gives a small nod at Alan, then glances at you. Then very deliberately at the fire. I should probably figure out what that look meant. Alright, time for the tradition. She reaches into one of the supplies crates and pulls out a small bundle of paper, make you raise your eyebrows. I thought I skipped paperwork for the day. Either this is for something really wholesome, or I'm writing my will. Sure, if you want to die embarrassed. What tradition? We've never done this. We used to do it when we were kids. Why don't we implant it here? Right, that therapeutical thing. Is the therapeutic thing. Is this like some form of symbolic processing, a cupping ritual, or... Sorry, that's probably sounding clinical. It's burning things so they stop living in your head. She presses you a small square of paper and a pen. Fear, regret, or whatever. Something that you want gone. Write that thing down. You look back at your paper. What do you want gone? That I couldn't do anything. The pen digs in harder than you mean it to. You think of Pamela's blood slipping between her fingers, and how her hands just stopped. You want that uselessness gone, all of it. You feel a small sense of relief after writing it down. You look at the piece of paper you have written. It feels absurdly light. Like whatever you write down won't weigh enough to matter. You look over your left, where Liam immediately hunches over his, shielding it dramatically. Privacy is essential to the artistic process. You can't even spell essential. Shut up. He glances to your right. Alan hasn't said anything, but he has already finished writing his. He knows your gaze, but doesn't seem to mind or care. He doesn't shield the paper either. So he can read it. Just look over his shoulder. Everyone gone? Everyone done? Yeah, still trying to read Alan's. We're doing it together on free. Why does it suddenly feel ritualistic? Because it is. 1, 2, 3. 6 hands move forward at once, releasing the thin squares of paper into the heart of the fire. For a split second, they hover mid-air, suspended in orange glow before the flames rise eagerly to claim them. The paper darkens almost immediately, the edges curling inward, ink lines bleeding and disarraying. As the heat begins to ease what was written, you watch yours first, watching it blacken like theirs. But it does seem like Alan's is catching the fire differently, and you catch a glimpse of it for a second. Then the paper collapses inward, completely, breaking apart into ash. Pamela exhales loudly, clapping her hands together once, as if dispelling the lingering quiet. Alright, now our emotional purification's complete. We're absolutely not purified, though. You speak for yourself. Before the atmosphere can sink too deeply into whatever that moment has become, Pamela turns towards one of the supply crates again, rummaging with suspicious enthusiasm. That grin always means trouble. You especially don't have to say this, Sonny. She pulls out a small wooden box and flips open with a dramatic flare. The scent hits you before the sight does. It's the same smell you knew from midday when you were planting with Ben. The wild in the way it feels, just slightly untamed. And it's burn sage time. Not again. Yeah, you and Liam never tried it. Trust me, you two would love it. Maybe one for YN. Still no. I hate alcohol. Yuck. I'm sticking to burnt potatoes tonight. I kind of with Liam on that. I thought we shouldn't eat or drink anything from around here. Isn't risky against the protocols? We had these since forever. Tiny amounts at times. It's fine. Besides, we got a vaccine backing us up. All good. Technically, the vaccine reduces the expression risk under moderate intake conditions, assuming... Shut it, Benny boy, or I will force a glass down your throat. Sorry. I would say, if she forced that down his throat, she should be fired. Because it's strong. Honestly, it feels like a reason he want to get drunk. Why not, after all this, right? And same as Ollie's, Alan. Thank you. You're welcome. You draw hangs when you casually grace a drink. Him out of all people. What about earlier drama? Or was he just trying to fit into the current mood, too? Forgotten about the bad stuff and just enjoying things. You still don't think he would be the one drinking out of everyone here. The more you learn, after Pamela pours the centric clip, good. He takes the glass and she offers without hesitation. Look at that, even the captain's in. See, if you could do it, so can you. Another glass she pours is extended towards you now. Pre-pressure builds character. Or our doom. You unconsciously glance towards Alan again. Hope you look at Ben too. Your tolerance. Don't drink. She tilts her head back and downs a entire glass herself. She then slams the empty bottle onto the crate with dramatic flair. Your loss, honestly. Offer stands, though, whenever you feel brave. I'll keep that in mind. Waste or not, Right, what a legend. Alright, vaccine time for you. You're doing it? Yeah, who else here has a needle on purpose? Held a needle on purpose. You just drank. You just drank too. Your face is the one that's getting red. Oh please, it's just barely been a minute. I'll do it. You watch him disappear into the darkness between the trees, the building door creaking faintly when it opens and then shutting it again behind him. For a moment the fire feels louder. Without him here and there, the cracking wood and the quiet rustle of the forest filling the space he left behind. Sonny wastes no time pouring himself another splash. He really walked off mid-campfire to grab medical supplies. Honestly, that's on brand. Unless Carrie's responsibility like it's a hobby. Dude barely sleeps, patrol half the forest by himself, and still remembers everyone's stupid protocol rules. He's very thorough. That's a nice way to say intense. That's a nice way to say responsible. I mean, you gotta admit though, he's scary when he wants to be. We're just lucky he's not aiming at us right now. Yeah, no, terrifying, generally. And we're just going to say efficient. Like Finn likes him a little bit more than everyone else. And Pamela, he's also the reason we're still alive, including your stupid butt, Sonny. Yeah, no, I know. Still, he flicks a twig in the fire, watching it catch, then glances over at you. Must be nice having someone like that, always hovering around. What, because he stalks us? Always watching out for you, You weren't sure if he was trying to jab at you or just make a statement. You're jealous? Of what? Of the attention, obviously. Please, if I want that kind of babysitting, I'll fake a sprained ankle. Oh, so you would. Well, I'm just a little guy. I'm barely taller than you, Pamela. We don't talk about height here. It's forbidden. Honestly, it'd probably be more forbidden if it was Liam. Oh, you talk about Liam's height. You don't really know where or how Alan returned with the vaccine. The next moment, he's already kneeling beside the crate. Alex the case with a quiet click. Inside, the vials sit neatly arranged. Before he can even take one, Pamela leans forward and snatches it from his hand. Thank you. Careful. Relax, Alan. She turns a vial between her fingers before glancing at you. Besides, have some trust in the ex-nurse, please. Last time didn't exactly go smoothly. You gulp your saliva. Getting reminded of your body's automatic response is very shameful. You hate how you just couldn't stop yourself from swatting his hand that moment when you two first met. The needle slides out, and a small square of cotton stays pressed beneath the strip of tape. Pamela pats your arm once, with the kind of casual confidence that suggests the whole thing was far less dramatic than everyone had made it out to be. And just like that, the moment passes, as quickly as it arrived. For a few seconds, nothing happens. No dizziness, no sitting around, and brief pinch that fades almost immediately beneath the warmth of the fire. See, perfectly alive. Alan says nothing. He simply closes the metal case again. Thank you, Pamela. And just like that, the tension dissolves. Sonny ends up laying towards the flames with a long sigh, stretching his legs out. You know, this might actually be the most peaceful night we've had here. You say that every time something doesn't try to eat us. That's a pretty low bar. Your standards are truly aspiring. Ben nudges one of the potatoes with a small stick, carefully rotating it in the coals. He seems to be trying very hard not to think about anything more complicated than roasting vegetables. If you burn that side any further, it will become carbonized. Well, that's word felt unnecessary. He means charcoal. The fire pops loudly, sending a brief scatter of sparks up into the dark cabin above, and for a while the conversation drifts into smaller things. And slowly everyone relaxes a bit more into the warmth of the fire, sidling sideways against Pamela's shoulder without asking. She doesn't bother shoving him off. Liam ends up half reclining on one elbow, staring up at the sky as if he's trying to count stars failing. Ben keeps fiddling with the potato stick, and Alan sits just a little apart from the rest of them, quiet as always. He's watching the flames in the thoughtful way of his that makes it hard to tell whether he's resting or still monitoring everything around him. Wait. Oh, look. Liam produced a small camera, like a magician revealing a trick. That's my camera. Ding ding, correct. No way, you stole it. It's borrowed, mind you. You removed it from the equipment shelf without asking me. No promises I won't do it again, though. Liam turns the camera in his hands. He looks around at the rest of you, then back at the camera. You know something weird, though? We've been stuck out here for how long now? And we've never taken a single photo together. Why would we? Like, we see each other there every day. Man, you're so sappy sometimes. Photographic evidence, in case anyone asks if I assisted. Or, proof that I didn't make you up. Bold assumption, really. I'm sure we're all here by circumstance. No sane person would pick eating canned food every other day. Nope. No, some people probably would. Even sane people. Maybe except for you, boss. I don't think he's actually sane, though. Sonny nudges Alan playfully. Please, give them back before you drop. Relax, Benny. He glances towards you. Hey, actually, you take it there. Me? For what? To document our greatness, like William said. I was probably just cut someone's head off. No, you got the vision, I could tell. You cannot possibly tell that. You don't really mind being the one holding it, you realize. He sighs, he lifted the camera. Everyone already shuffling into the rough formation. Sonny sliding an arm around Pommel. Liam tugging Ben into the frame despite his protest. 1, 2. Alan dressed towards the back instead, half a step behind everyone else, close enough to be still in the frame, but clearly not trying to be. 3. The faint scent of smoke still clings in your clothes, and when you shake off your sleeves, tiny specks of ash fall onto the wooden floor. Both you and Ben are getting ready for bed after the bonfire. One that somehow left you feeling like you belong here, even more than you did this morning. What do you think? Well, that was something new, I think. I enjoyed it. Oh, I guess I did too, despite everything. I must say, it went better than I expected. He lets out a small, breathy laugh, like we were just students on a long trip. Ben moves around the room with a kind of careful quiet, like he used to not make a noise, even when no one's around to disturb. Finally, he settles on the bunk above you. You do the same, sinking into the mattress, with a tiredness that more emotionally than physical. You stare at the wooden slats above your bed before pulling your blanket up to your chin. Now that I think about it, this is actually the first time we properly sleeping in the same room. I suppose that's true. By the time I get back, you're gone, or when you return, I'm already asleep. It's kind of the first time since I got here that we're here at the same time. I suppose I've been avoiding sleeping together. Workaholic. It isn't intentional, I swear. It's like I prefer sticking to the plan or routine. I didn't realize it felt that distant. Hey, it's nothing serious except for your health. The wind outside fades into something distant and rhythmic. Wyan? No reply from you. On the warped bed, you're gone completely quiet, already drifting into dreamland. Must have been the vaccine. Slowly pushes himself up and climbs down from the top bunk, careful not to let the frame creak under his weight. He crouches beside your bed for a moment, close enough that he knows if you so much as stirred. In the dim light, your face is half shadowed and lax in the way it rarely is during the day. I wish I could sleep like this. I think I know who that is. Uh-oh. Did you notice? Not yet. What's wrong? Keep observing. Don't make me report to stricter ways. Though that might be redundant. Okay. Then good night, Benkins. Although observations require distance, you seem to be losing it, but you did well today. They're in on us. Together. I did well. I did well. Alan said it was necessary. I think I helped with that. Right. Okay, so it's not Alan, it's a Yandere. You're walking along the dirt road that doesn't belong to any place you recognize. Isn't quite the forest that isn't quite a neighborhood either. Just a pale stretch of earth under the heavy gray sky that feels too low. There's a dog weighing beside you, walking behind you. You don't remember when it started following you. Only that when you slow down, oh, there's a zero in there, it slows. And when you stop, it nearly bumps into your heels. It's small, brown, rib thin, but not starving. Its fur uneven in the places like it healed wrong once and never fully grew back. Hey, little guy. You kneel and greet it. It comes closer without hesitation. Poor thing, you're limping. May I see it? The dog nestles closer, as if urging you to look at its seemingly unbroken leg. You run your hand along the front leg, pressing gently at the joint, feeling for something that isn't there. A bone feels solid. The muscle is warm. It doesn't even yelp in pain. You've let the paw go. The dog seems happy, as if someone finally noticed it wasn't hurt. Your leg seems fine. Why are you limping? You ask before your gaze tears away from it, looking straight ahead at the path you're walking. It lets out a small yip before trotting past you, still limping, though a street suddenly feels filled with people whose attention is immediately on it. Oh my goodness, poor thing. I'll get you some food. Someone should take care of it. Oh, that's why it's free food. I'm giving it my scarf so it can be warm. I'm building a whole doghouse. That way you'll have shelter and won't have to limp around. Nothing makes sense to you. You feel like they're all trying to one-up each other. Why hasn't any of them thought of taking it to the vet or getting a proper care? They look at me, not you. Aren't I pitiful? Okay, that is it for Ben's route. I think there's probably their route where you don't technically you don't do the bonfire, but I'm gonna end it here for today. If you like my content, please consider subscribing, alright? Comment down below and liking the video. I'll see you guys next time.